The main impressions they're quite centered around this effective teaming aspect. I mean, understanding that a team is not something that just comes together, but a team is something that's created and worked on in a way that is effectively centered around a unified purpose and common collective action towards an idea that they want to bring to life. Well, in a teaming sense, it needs to be something that's done continuously. It's not something that's done once and then is just pushed aside. It's something that's done every single time and is reinforced with in every meeting and every communication that there's a concerted effort to be doing this as a group and not just as individual actors. Facilitation of a teaming aspect is a very important portion because it's not something that they come into this understanding how to do effectively. So letting them recognize and understand that it's going to come together and it's going to fall apart and it's going to come together again. Recognizing that just because something doesn't seem like it's working doesn't mean that it can't work again in the future. It's just like any other relationship you work on. It's something that you work on every day. It's not just a one-time effective usage. It was stitched together in a way that traditionally you would hope is more of a unified perspective towards one output. Yet it doesn't mean that it wasn't a good outcome. It just means that the outcome is two aspects of towards the same problem and put together in a way that became meaningful more in the end, like once they understood how the two portions work together. So much like the rest of the project, it was about understanding how to come together and bring things to the finality of a complete singular idea. The need finding is something that comes with experience. The facilitation of need finding is something that you take it upon yourself. All of the design thinking and all of the user-centered design, all of these things are just tools and methods that if not put into work and put into action and actually taken upon the person to go do, they don't do anything. Need finding is nothing without the person doing need finding. So facilitation is more facilitating the understanding of how to do it and enabling them to reflect on how it went and then allowing the students to grasp the concepts that are challenging and then approach those in a way that they can better use the tools the next time they go out to do it and every time after that. Yeah, from the Culture Coach, it's good for them to, when they have the time together, to use the time together in the most meaningful way. That enables them to understand how the tools are used as a group and individually. So I think as far as what happened and what's going to happen in the future, it's every year is a learning year. We learn something new every single year, and so we learned, I think, that giving them more challenging assignments and attempting to coax them into doing more than they're initially ready for, because all novice designers are nervous to go out and do these things, but you don't become not a novice designer by not doing anything. You don't want to suffer from the analysis paralysis situation, so it's about getting them out there in the real world and understanding what the effect is when you ask people questions.